Hello my dudes and dudettes, welcome to ShojoDraws, and let's redesign Fiona. So if you don't know, Fiona is a character I had, my main OC that was going to be for my channel. I was planning a whole comic about her. It all fell into disarray, just because of stuff and nonsense, but mainly because I just hated how Fiona looked. I hated her design. It was just so boring, so dull. It's basically the worst design ever. I may be exaggerating, but that's just how I felt. That's why I never really drew her. You'll see me drawing Alex a lot more than I draw Fiona, just because I didn't really like her design at all. So, let's change that, shall we? Let's redesign Fiona. First thing I decided to start off with was the silhouette, because the silhouette needed work. I wasn't sure what type of personality I wanted Fiona to have, because originally she was more just a self-insert. So I tried playing around with shape language. And I decided on square, because I'm like, she's very, like, her personality is kind of very dependable. And square means like strong, responsible, dependable, stuff like that. So I went with a square theme motif. You'll see me doing some, like, silhouette patches here. Nothing was too concrete at this point. I was just bouncing around ideas. You should usually do that before settling upon a design. Just bounce around ideas and see what fits. See what you really like. I played with her having long hair, which I ended up not keeping. This was my first pass at drawing Fiona. I did another pass, which is the one that I actually keep. But this is where I was just experimenting and trying out ideas. Those are those boots that I absolutely despise. Kind of rushed into things without keeping to my silhouette entirely. I did change my silhouette, which I did like, because I think the old one just wasn't working. But, you know, I just realized this wasn't turning out right. I didn't like how it looked, so I scrapped it. You'll see that in a minute. Feel free to always do this, like, when you're redesigning characters. Like, if it doesn't work, don't keep it. There's no point in, like, going through all that nonsense if you're not going to use it. And it doesn't look good. The entire point of drawing Fiona again, redrawing her, was so that I would like her design and draw it more, which I didn't end up doing. You'll see me get rid of that in a bit and start over. Here I am going at my second pass. I have my better silhouette, I have a stronger feeling, and you know what? This is my second pass. I kept it, because in between here, in the middle of this, I did some research about what I wanted her outfit to look like, because I wasn't sure. Because her original design was very lackluster. When it came to the outfit, it felt really bland and boring and didn't tell me anything about her. So I wanted to go into more research about what kind of feel I wanted. And I was thinking, Alex has a very soft and plush feeling to her. And I wanted Fiona and Alex to stand out since they're going to be in the same story. So I felt more like going the rock punk vibe. So I gave her this leather jacket, this cropped leather jacket with long sleeves, and I gave her a high-waisted pant size, and I had to look up a couple of pictures to know what I really wanted to do. Gave her like a baggy shirt with like a block of color. I just really liked how it looked. It gave her a lot more individuality and personality, which is always good. As you can see right now, I'm playing with her hair a bit. I know I wanted to keep it up, at least for her work, and this is where I made a bit of an oopsie. I realized that it kind of looked a lot like Azula. After I fixed this minor issue, I just put her hair in a bun. Pretty basic, but hey, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. I gave her some down hair just as when she has free time. In this side quarter picture I put her in a fedora, like a little hat whenever she wants to snoop around. My idea for Fiona is that she is a private eye, so she's gonna be doing a lot of investigating, and she might want to put her hair up so no one recognizes her. Besides, girls look nice in hats. Here you can see I'm carrying that motif of rectangles into her eyes. I actually did a doodle of it in a separate document just so I'd have an idea. As you can see here, I'm finalizing the design of the outfits and working with some stuff. I made those boots, as you'll be able to see in a minute, a lot cooler and like with belts and buckles, so they're not just blocky, sad lumps. I also gave her some fingerless gloves because why not? So, as you'll be able to tell shortly, I skipped a lot of the line art because it was very boring. I didn't change much of her color palette because I liked how it looked, though I did desaturate a couple colors just because I wanted the main focal points to be her hair and her eyes. Fiona has, what you could describe as an unusual hair color. It's actually not natural. She dyes her hair green. That's why her eyebrows are brown, because her original hair color was brown. That has a whole separate reason to it. But nothing too special here, just putting in the colors and getting things ready to finalize the design. Look at them boots, they're so interesting and not terrible. Overall, I say a massive improvement, in my opinion. Well, I hope you liked that video, guys. If you did, like and subscribe, and maybe ring that bell, because I'm planning something for Halloween. This is the spooky month. It should come out October 31st, but I don't know. Stay tuned.